Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I'm bringing you this story because this is something that's always bothered me. So it's something I wanted to bring to you guys just to see what you are making of it as well, because I'm pretty sure that you guys have thoughts about this sort of goings on as well. So guys, I bring you this. Nigerians dig up darker photo of Tasha before Snow White skin. So Tasha now is one of the characters in the ongoing Big Brother Nigeria. So now this is a before and after photograph of her, or photographs rather, because there are two photos merged into one. So again, the headline: Nigerians dig up darker photos of Tasha before the Snow White skin. So now, unbelievably, the person you are looking at on your screen is exactly the same person, because I'm not saying the people, because it is the person. They're exactly one and the same. That very dark one that is dark as a Ghanaian, and this one that looks mixed race, they are both the same people. So now let's get into how exactly this happened. While still in the Big Brother Naija house, Nigerians have dug up darker photos of Tasha, and it seems the reality show star bleached her skin. They say it seems, Abi, and it doesn't seem at all, because it's exactly what happened. Because I mean, look at your screen. So there's no need to say it seems. It's exactly what happened. The 23-year-old native of Cross River State, and I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to say this is something that is especially peculiar to that region of the country, because the Igbos are notorious for that, and the Yorubas are not too far behind. So those two sets of people, especially the Igbos more so, and the Yorubas as well, are notorious for that, bleaching their skin. But they've now found a way, because usually when they used to do it, then their face will be two-toned, and it'll be dark on the one side and light on the other side, and there'll be patches all over. But they now seem to have mastered it now, and this one now looks like she has an European, one European parent and one black parent. She looks mixed race, but if you look at a photo just a few years ago, she's as dark as a Ghanaian. So again, the 23-year-old native of Cross Rivers, who calls herself Port Harcourt's first daughter, first attracted social media attention after getting a tattoo of Davido's OBO crest on her cleavage. She maintained an Instagram presence and went on to secure a spot in the 2019 edition of the Big Brother Naija reality show. Here are darker photos of Tasha below. So there are plenty more photos, and the photos actually shows the transition of when she went from extremely dark, and then it got lighter, and then she's now mixed race, and the next stop of course will be Onyibo. So now let's see just what the commentaries are on this one, because of course, you know, people are very quick to have an opinion on this sort of things. So Anonymous: and so is she the first to bleach? Chew, and then that's a hissing noise. So Emmanuel Kachi, a regular contributor to this platform, or to the platform that I'm reading from, I should say, she's still making her money. Snow White Queen is not that bad. Haters can go to hell. So that's what he has to say. So two comments in support of her so far. So this is now what Mano Sapphire has to say. Mano Sapphire: it is hard to believe that the two photos are the same person, and it is hard to believe that the two photos are the same person, because when you look at the two photos, it's almost completely two completely different people. You know, I mean, it's almost beyond belief, but it's exactly what's happened. So now this is what let's continue. What was he saying? Yes, in between, it's called growth. She can decide to go back to her original color whenever she wants. Color can be bought in the market. So I'm not quite sure which market this person, him or her, shops at, but this is what he or she has to say. So Vic M: if Bobrisky could go from a black-skinned guy to a light-skinned lady/man, and some Nigerians are greatly rooting for him. This is nothing, and that's a fair comment because this is now going on now. So remember, I did mention that this is something that is very peculiar to, it's not peculiar to Nigerians globally, because the Indians are like that too. All over Asia, they worship the lighter skin rather, and the skin tone as well. But within the Nigerian space, it's very peculiar to the southern regions, more so the Igbos and the Yorubas not too far behind. And Bobrisky, of course, is a Yoruba man slash woman slash lady boy, or whatever it is that you choose to term him as. So let's go on. Anonymous, she has posted these pictures on her page before. You guys are making her more relevant and popular, laugh out loud, and that's exactly what she wants. Like you made Roman Goddess popular on your blog. Please look for Mercy with her old nyash, and she's not hiding it away in shame or anything. So that's the first element. And then the second element is saying, look, you guys are just making this girl even more well known, you know, because she's not made this a hidden thing, so you're not outing her. So all you are doing in effect is promoting her. And then he or she then went on to say, look, this is very commonplace because Roman Goddess, whoever Roman Goddess is, was made popular on this blog that I'm bringing this news from. It was made popular by this sort of activity when they just made a lot of noise about this Roman Goddess, and then this person became popular. Now this Anonymous seems to have a thing about Mercy, and I'm assuming he or she is talking about Mercy Anyigbe. So he's saying, look for Mercy with her old nyash. So this person has an issue already with Mercy and her nyash, and he says that one will be new. So this is where he wants the camera pointed. So a very good comment by that commentator. So now let's go on to what Pink has to say. So this is Pink. Oh my lord, extreme bleaching. No wonder she has all those unsightly stretch marks. Steroid creams used in bleaching markets increases one's chances of having stretch marks. So now it looks as though steroid creams is now what they are using. Because before I think they used to use some sort of yellow soap. I can't recall the name of the soap. I don't really know the name of the soap, but back in the day they used to use some yellow soap that they used to bathe, and that is what used to leave those dark blotches on their skin. But now apparently they're now using steroid. Of course they don't know what the health risks are, but they is a slave to the fashion, die to look good kind of mentality. So long as you look like some yellow pawpaw and you can get your big assets out, the big you know, the big melons in front, and do the nyash, you know. So this is now the going, so because everybody wants to be an Instagram hit, because really that is where the money is at the moment on social media within the Nigerian space, especially when there's no job for anybody and all of the politicians have cornered the money and they are looting the country hand over fist. So these people are finding creative ways to earn a living, and steroid cream seems to be a direction of travel for some elements. So we carry on. Anonymous, blood of Jesus, that is the only thing that one has to say. So already you don't really need too much explanation on that one. That's a call of alarm. So another Anonymous, nose job too. And I was speculating on this actually because the nose, if you look at the picture again, the nose looks slightly different. The shape of the nose is still the same, but the nose in the lighter picture looks broader than the nose in the darker picture. So I was speculating on that actually when I first saw the photo, and then I was thinking to myself that perhaps because the skin is lighter, then her face is more visible, and that is probably just the shape of her nose. But a nose job is not something that we can completely rule out. But where would she have done that, and would she have the funds to do that, is the question. But then if you look at the in-between photo as well, you can see that the nose is pretty much roundabout the same, I would say, but I'm not sure if a nose job was done or not. not, but I did speculate on that as well. So let's carry on. Nose job 2. When is Nigerian girls going to love the skin they were born with? Bleaching skin will kill us. Black is beautiful. Yes, they say black is beautiful, black is beautiful, and that black is beautiful has been a recurring decimal since the year dot. But really, if you look at all of the images that all of these young girls are having to look at, they are not the image of black is beautiful, because the images that they see on magazines rather is either some blonde Oyinbo girl. So now a black Nigerian girl is never going to turn into a blonde Oyinbo girl, so they give up on that one. But that is the pinnacle of beauty that is being promoted worldwide. So then the next stage then is to get as close to that as they can. So the next image that is also being promoted is the lighter skinned a female, because they say this all over, especially in America, that look, in show business, if you're ever going to be successful, then you have to be light skinned. If you're going to be a black person that is successful, you have to be light skinned. Even Beyonce's father said this, that the reason why Beyonce came out of that group, I can't remember the name of the group, what's the name, the reason why Beyonce came out of Destiny's Child was because she was light-skinned and the rest of them were dark-skinned. I think there was another one also that was trying to pop out who was equally as talented as Beyonce, if not more so, but she didn't pop because she was darker-skinned. And this was some of the things that Beyonce's father was saying. But then Beyonce's father, of course, was the manager of that group, and of course he promoted his daughter above everybody else. Is really the reason why Beyonce was more successful than the rest of them. But he's put that forward as an argument, and it's an argument that recurs within show business, especially when it pertains to black people, that if you are not light skinned, then your chances of success are that much more reduced. So let's carry on. So this is what Lyric Loves has to say. Enough, please. Is she the first? Well, she's not the first, as we've already discussed. Now, this is what Victor, I'm not going to attempt his last name because it's some Kong Igbo name, Ogbono Chuko, Victor Ogboneo Chuko. So he said, let's call him Victor. So this is what Victor has to say. She's not a lady, that's all I can say. With the way she talks to fellow housemates, you could tell her behavior was formed from a deep-rooted case of insecurity. Now we see. So now this guy is speaking from the prism of an understanding of Big Brother Nigeria, which I am not watching. I would like to watch it, but unfortunately it is not available where I am, and I'm not quite sure how you are able to watch it online, because I'd love to be giving commentary videos on Big Brother Nigeria as well, but unfortunately I'm not able to watch the program where I am. So now let's carry on. She was even more beautiful and innocent looking then. Bleaching doesn't pay at all. Now this is a comment. This is from Chioma Okeke. So Chioma Okeke is the name of that commentator. Now this is one of those politically correct comments, and in most instances to do herself up to be even more presentable, to enhance herself. But there's no way that anybody of any honesty can really say that that girl was better looking darker skinned than she is lighter skinned. And I agree broadly, by the way, that your natural beauty is a lot more better than a cosmetically enhanced look, either the bleaching of the skins or the lifting of the boobs or the bum attachment, the bigger ass, or whatever it is, that all these things, they don't really enhance you in any way. And really, most people, when you look at their before and after pictures, they are always, often, in most instances, better looking, whereas their original self than their enhanced self. But that doesn't really apply in this instance. I don't think I would not really go with that view, that girl was better looking darker skinned than she is lighter skinned now. So now this video is carrying on for a lot longer than I had anticipated. anticipated, so I'll round it off here. Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting, which is what I always do. The topic, of course, is skin toning in Nigeria and what your take is on that, etc. So come share thoughts about this with me in the comment section. But before you come share those thoughts with me about this in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section. But here I say peace.